Welcome to another Monday. Well, it's official. The box office had the worst weekend since September of 2001. No one was coming out to the theater, and with a scarcity of new releases, the holiday weekend next weekend isn't looking any better. I wasn't sure even what to go see this weekend. I thought I was going to have to review Birth of the Dragon, which probably would have been a fun movie, but I wasn't looking forward to reviewing it. The Weinsteins have a movie that has been getting some pretty good buzz, but has been an extremely limited release. However, much to my happiness, it arrived in Colombia this week. So I jumped on that, and here's my take on Wind River. Our movie begins with a young woman running from a danger that we can't see, but she is obviously seriously distressed. Cut to Corey Lambert, played by Jeremy Renner. He works for Fish and Wildlife, and while hunting down some mountain lions that have been killing livestock, he comes across the young woman's corpse. He immediately knows who she is, being that she was the best friend of his daughter, who was also murdered 6 years prior. FBI agent Jane Banner, played by Elizabeth Olsen, is brought in to investigate. With the help of the medical examiner, they determine that she was indeed assaulted, and although they know she was as good as murdered, homicide cannot be listed as a cause of death. Agent Banner knows she can't get FBI backup without the homicide decree, so she brings on Corey to hunt a different kind of predator. We see the investigation starting to go on by standard procedures, but Corey can see the big picture by following tracks and instincts rather than police procedure. With each new lead, more and more chaos erupts as it seems that people in this small town of Wyoming play by a different set of rules than anywhere else. Police backup is limited since the reservation police force is only 6 men tasked with covering an area the size of Rhode Island. As the movie progresses, we see the stakes constantly being raised. For Corey, this is a way for him to make some kind of peace for himself and in a way atone for his inability to help his own daughter by helping bring justice to the killers of her best friend. Of course, in this area, justice has many different definitions. Agent Banner is going to have to learn what it means to survive and be strong in a world that doesn't play by her rules. All the while, we as the audience sit on the edge of our seats as the action heats up. We somehow feel that solving this murder and finding vengeance actually affects us as much as any of the characters in the film. So, what to say about this one? I went into it having no idea what to expect. I'd only seen a couple of the trailers, and from that, just knew it was a suspense thriller and not much else. It wasn't until after I had seen it that I saw the movie was written by the same person who wrote Hell or High Water, which was probably my favorite film of last year. So then it all fell into place. This is such an unsuspectingly powerful film that it just grabs you by surprise. I had no idea exactly what I was walking into. I was expecting to be entertained. What I didn't expect was to walk out feeling like I've somehow learned an important lesson, no matter how hard it was to digest. What continues to amaze me is every time I see Jeremy Renner, he just seems to get better and better, which is great because in the back of my mind, he's always the slacker from National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
I'm gonna try and jump the water. What?
Yeah, that guy. But in this film, he delivers just a wonderful, heartfelt performance. Yep, it's pretty refreshing, albeit somewhat surreal, to see him and Elizabeth Olsen starring in a movie together where they aren't Avengers. But they both nail the serious acting jobs in the extremely serious movie. In case you can't tell, I definitely think this movie is a must-see and fits in nicely to the other great films of 2017 so far. This has been your Monday Movie Musing.